When the pressure inside the arterial drip chamber is below the set alarm limits, it indicates kinking, clotting or line obstruction, access spasms, occlusions at the tip of the needle, and sometimes these may be caused by patient movement. There is decreased blood flow. A high arterial pressure alarm indicates pressure inside the arterial drip chamber is above the set alarm limits. The access is unable to deliver the blood flow as set on the blood pump due to kinking or clotting within the extracorporeal system. Hemolysis can occur, indicating that the access cannot supply the blood required by the blood pump. A low venous pressure alarm indicates a kink in the line that could result in hemolysis, or a line separation that could introduce air into the system in addition to blood loss. In case of a line separation, the patient could exsanguinate, that is bleed to death, receive an air emboli, and these are very serious complications causing death. A high venous pressure could also indicate kinking and can result in hemolysis or air introduced into the system.
The blood leak detector sounds when there is presence of blood or air in the dialysate. The detector can sense very small amounts of blood which cannot be seen by the naked eye. This diagram shows the blood leak sensor is linked to the dialysate compartment. The blood is detected with the help of a photocell or photoresistor. The spent dialysate is usually clear and light can pass through it. This may be caused from an air leak at the connectors, filter, or broken fibers of the dialyzer. True blood leak alarm is caused by defective dialyzer membrane, excessive TMP, or hemolysis. If the alarm sounds but there is no visual evidence, then it is microscopic blood leak, detected only by strips. If there is visible blood in the dialysate pipes, it is called macroscopic blood leak. The dialysate color is red or pinkish, the patient's BP drops, and he may develop rigors in a true blood leak. When this occurs, the patient could have major blood loss, or the blood could be contaminated by non-sterile dialysate and develop sepsis or hemolysis. When a blood leak alarm occurs, the blood pump stops abruptly, stopping further loss. The venous line gets clamped, disallowing entry of the contaminated blood into the patient. False blood leak alarms may happen when calibration is not done or disinfection is not done and the sensor is activated by carbonate particles. Heparin is a blood thinner or anticoagulant used during dialysis so blood will flow freely through the extracorporeal circuit. The pump consists of a syringe holder, a piston, and an electric motor to deliver precise amounts of heparin. Alarm sounds if the heparin is inadequate, or the alarm sounds if heparin is inadequate or the pump is reset after the machine was down. Only use the syringes compatible with the heparin pump module. Make sure there is enough heparin for the entire treatment and do not load the syringe beyond the prescribed amount. The heparin pump is to be used only under positive pressure conditions.
If we do not enter a stop heparin value, the pump will run at the selected rate until the syringe is empty or treatment is over. Monitor carefully. Take heparin in a 10 ml syringe and give a loading dose or a bolus dose of heparin. Ideally should be given 15 minutes before starting dialysis. Or while putting the needles, flush with the dose. Now attach the syringe with the plunger to the holder and set the speed of the heparin infusion. For needles, stop heparin half an hour before the end of dialysis. For catheters, continue till the end. Remember to open the clamp of the heparin line.